If you're struggling with overcoming buyer objections, keep watching. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the step-by-step process of how to overcome buyer objections and convert them into a client. For the best real estate tips and strategies for new agents getting into the business, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified for when I post a video every Tuesday. I've used this very process to consistently overcome buyer objections. That's been a massive contribution to our multi-six-figure business. Step number one, you guys, understand the psyche of objections. So when a buyer client gives you an objection, that's totally normal. As people, as humans, this is what we do, right? So it's just a matter of you being the professional and knowing how to handle it. So first things first, what you want to do is acknowledge and then address the concern, okay? So you have to address it with the feel, felt, and found process to where, and as soon as you get an objection, you let them know, okay, I understand how you feel. I've had previous clients that felt this way, and however, I've found that ABC works. So you have to understand that you're acknowledging what they're saying, don't dismiss it, acknowledge it, address it, and move on. So like I said, feel, felt, found process is an extremely powerful process to where they're heard and you're addressing it professionally. Also, while you're acknowledging their concern, you guys, understand that you're trying to convey your value. And how do you do that? You're building trust and you're giving them irresistible offers to where you're reinforcing your value to where sometimes that's all a client really needs, is to have the confidence that you're there, that your value is reinforced, and they know they're getting the best guidance from a professional. Also, while addressing you guys, convey confidence. They need a confident professional to let them know exactly what's going to happen, to guide them. You being that strong professional, that's the person that they need, so be that person. When you're confident, you exert confidence in your clients, and that's exactly what they need to make the biggest purchase of their life. So the first objection, you guys, is, will you give me a rebate if I work with you? So with this, when you address it very calmly, confidently, and move on. So how you would respond is, you guys, you would say, Mr. Buyer, I really appreciate that question, and I just want you to let you know that do not fall for the rebate gimmick. It's a very sleazy way to do business. You have to understand the psyche and the mindset of an agent that's actually willing to pay you to do business with them, because the reality is, like, if that is the business model that they're following, what kind of service, what kind of advice are you actually getting with the biggest purchase you'll likely ever make? So would you rather work with a part-timer or even somebody that's willing to pay you to do business with them? Or would you rather work with somebody that actually knows what they're doing, giving you advice and not giving you the rebate, but instead giving you the smoothest and best real estate experience you'll ever get? Because the truth is, and there's a lot of agents that actually do that, and what the agent is technically saying is that I don't have to do any work for you. I'm going to give you this money hoping that you're going to be happy, and then if you lose money, if you overpay, that's not my problem, that's yours. So that's essentially the kind of mindset and the kind of agents that you're going to be working with if you actually do work with an agent that gives these kinds of rebates. So it all comes down to, Mr. Buyer, that what kind of person or what kind of agent do you want to allow in your life and who you want to associate with? Because is it somebody that says, hey, like, I'm going to give you money and then whatever happens, it's your business? Or do you want a true professional that looks out for your interests and gives you the best advice? Does that make sense? So you say this, guys, you say this confidently, calmly, and move on. So most of the time they may ask, but sometimes they're asking just to test your negotiation skills, and test you, see how you're going to respond. So respond this way and you will overcome this objection every time. The next objection, you guys, is when a buyer wants to lowball an offer. Now, how you respond to this, like I said, confidently and calmly, and address it and move on. So what you would say is, okay, Mr. Buyer, I totally get that you want to get the property at the lowest price possible. However, what I want to warn you is that we want to make sure that we don't offend the seller, especially later if we want to put in an actual or fair priced offer, because the reality is sellers, they're very attached to the property, and if they know or they remember that they've received a lowball offer that's kind of insulting to them, they remember that, they won't want to deal with your offer later on either. So we have to be very cognizant of how we approach this, because if you really, like, at the end of the day, I represent you and I'll do whatever you want. Because the reality is, if you don't want to put in the right offer to get them to the table to negotiate, then maybe deep down inside, you don't really want this property. And if that is the case, I would recommend not even putting an offer in altogether, because I don't want you to be in a place that you don't really want, right? So if you want to put in an offer, let's put in a fair price to get them to the table, and then we can start the negotiation step. When you have this response, you guys, say it calmly, address it and confidently, and then move on, and you will overcome this objection. So before I continue, you guys, let me ask you a question. What is a buyer objection that you guys are having difficulty with? Comment below, I would love to know. So the next objection, you guys, is why should we choose you over the competition? So how do you overcome this objection, you guys? Respond very confidently and calmly and move on once again. So you would say something along the lines of, Mr. Buyer, I don't want you to choose me if you feel that you're gonna get a better value with another agent. Because at the end of the day, I wanna make sure that whoever you hire is looking out for your best interest, and it's going to give you the most value, and it's going to give you the best offers. So we've actually reversed engineered the entire buying process for our buyers to know exactly what you do need in the process, even if you don't know that you need it now. So the truth is, understand that who gives you the best value and go with that person, especially with the person that you trust. So the next objection, you guys, is you're a new agent. I'm not sure if you can give me the best deal. Now, how do you overcome this, you guys? Say something along the lines of, I totally get it, Mr. Buyer, and for you want to make sure that you're in the best hands possible to get your results. For me, I totally understand that. For me, even if you're 20 years into the business or 1 year into the business, if you tell me you're going to do something, do it. And if you do that, that's good enough for me. So I know for a fact that with even 20-year vets, they're more complacent versus a new agent like myself who's more ambitious, who's more innovative, and is more committed to you, because the truth is, for a 20-year agent, you're just another number. So that goes with all the services that I'm offering you, Mr. Buyer. So that's the moving services, the cleaners, the moving boxes and supplies, all of our VIP buyer services that I'm offering you. 95% of other agents do not offer this. So the truth is, if you get me, I'll be working 100% harder for you. So I'm super committed. And I just wanted to ask you, Mr. Buyer, has anybody given you an opportunity before when you first started to where you knew you were the right person for the job? Well, this is my opportunity now. So I'm asking you to give me this opportunity, and I will not let you down. So you say something along the lines of this, you guys, and you'll overcome this objection every time. There it is, you guys. Now you know the exact step-by-step process of how to overcome buyer objections and convert them into a client. If you found this video helpful and you want real practical strategies and guidance, subscribe to my email list and get real incredible tips and strategies sent to your email each and every week. It's in the description below. Also, if you want to join a community dedicated for new agents just like yourself to level up your business, we have a private Facebook group that you can join today to level up your business. It's in the description below. If you like this video, guys, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and comment below with your #1 takeaway. I would love to know. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.